Alrighty, let me get some music on. So we're gonna look at the user login error responses for the Faye Jones Lab app, and there's a few different things that I'm gonna keep track of for this. So if API is not running, which is what this error is right here, I don't have API server running. If wrong email password entered, if email entered is not found, and both of these should give about the same error response. We don't want to tell someone if their password is wrong or if their email is wrong. We just want to say either if the wrong email and password are entered and the email exists, maybe you do like authentication failed, and if the email entered was not found, we can say user does not exist. So auth failed. What other things do we have to test? I know there's basically, if we keep doing this, it'll time out, wait, and then this P message up here, open a new one for each time we click. This right here probably needs to be cleared every time that we hit submit. So that's a P message. We'll get into that. So clear P on every login attempt. No buildup of the messages. Okay. So we got the issue. So I'm going to tackle this one first when the API server isn't even running. That's going to be, let's see, close, next. So, I'll make this a little bigger, maybe one smaller. The files that we're going to be looking at, since this is the front end stuff, it's going to be source app under auth login. Got login component, the HTML, which this can go away. And we're in the correct branch as well. So let's take a look at the login component, and then there's a service, auth service, that we'll also look at. But honestly, we don't need to look at the auth service just yet, because that's the service basically is all of the component calls to the API server go through this service. And the component calls a function in the service to interact with the API. So this confirmation service is what that's actually, we don't need to see that. The confirmation service is from Prime Faces to open up a dialog. I'm actually, we'll look at that. Because it's grayed out, that means it's not even being referenced in this code at all. Also adding some notes. These two things should be okay. get email password for reset. Don't need to worry about that. On login. So where's this error actually coming in? So we hit login. It's trying to make a request right here. It blocks. That's okay. Auth service login user. So I did lie. We are going to be looking at the. So it tries to make this post request. And it's probably going to be, is there no error? There it is. Here we go. Error from HTTP login post call. Error. So we set. So this is actually coming from, there's an error interceptor. So basically whenever there's what status is this? 0? Huh. So there's actually error interceptor right here. Default error message, something is actually fucked. We're gonna change that. We're gonna set some. Okay, so then we log the error. So that's here. Admin fix API server not responding. So if error.error message is equal to error.error error message. So this sets the error message. If there is an error message returned, there is an error, but no error message returned from the server. So we set a default error message, which is the admin fix. And then this dialog opens error component. Oh. Shit. Oh. Okay. Login, valid email, password, try to log in. It should. Error returned from API. Now it's not rendering any message here. So we're logging data.message, which is where it's being logged right here. The data.message. Looks like summary and detail. Okay. So the node server is not test.com test. I didn't actually save the interceptor. So we should get a little bit nicer of a message. Excuse me, I had trouble reaching out to the API. Please let the system administrators know about this error. Okay, cool. Login failed. I guess we can also take a gander at this. So the login component, the message service, on login press form values. So I think that should work. Because basically the message service is a service that is, okay, it's controlling this little red message. So if we hit login again, see it cleared that. So we get a fresh pane and we don't get the stack of login fails that we had before. Okay, so clean up the error interceptor message. Auth service, what changes did we make there? Those are just commentances. Oh, that should have been in that commit as well. And then, okay, so now what we can do is npm start. So this is going to start the API server. Port 8080. We're good. So if we log in with test at test, auth failed, error xox1. Why are you showing that error? That makes... Oh, it's error 1. Cannot read property email of undefined. So post at API user login. User email does not exist. So this is about to flip to the actual API side. So I'm actually gonna commit these. Oh, why is node modules expanded? So big. Okay. Backend, routes, user. So we're gonna look at the login. So user email does not exist. So we query the database here, user.findOne, request body email, user. If there's no user, then the user email does not exist. Oh, wow. The error OX001. That's fucking... Oh, that's stupid. Auth failed. Actually, no. I think I started doing that so, like, we could have a lookup table. Auth failed. Login failed. No account exists. And see, now each time it gets rid of the P message, but it comes right back because we're still querying with this. So let's do an account that we know. So admin at uark.edu, and we'll do the wrong password. Login failed. Auth failed. Error OOX. failed. What is this? Vague enough. If we do have a valid password, we create a token and sign it. Expires in 1 hour. Excuse me. Result from attempted login. So we'll do the wrong password here again. Final catch. See, login failed, auth error. Why does it? Auth failed. This isn't it. I'm not too worried, per se. Users haven't. What node version am I using? No callback function was given. Does this have to do with the decrypt bullshit? Weird. Which is probably why. Fuck. So that should So that bcrypt is probably why we were getting. So this can be instead of failed, though it kind of exists. And if we kill the database, alright, URID test. Okay, I think we can call this issue completed. So we have more context, API endpoint to handle unknown emails, not send double response, yes. Re-examine how the response. That I haven't looked at yet. Oh yeah, that looks like poopy butthole. Poopy butthole. Login. UI small 12. UIG. What's this at right now? UIG 12. How much smaller does it have to be? Is a login card restricted? Max width is 50%. That's stupid. We can do max width of like 80% maybe. That's better. Okay, now it's the buttons. Okay, now log in the wiki. Honestly, the wiki button could just be removed. That's stupid. Forgot password. UIG5. Okay. I think this is going to look a lot better. Okay. I think that's the gist of the work that I did for error number 3. So I'll go ahead and stop the video here, get this uploaded, and call it a night here.